10 at the 25. Hassan Haskins in the backfield. And McNamara to throw on first down. Lets it go. And it is in. Second down and 10 at the 25-yard line. And they'll run it. Here's Haskins over the left side. And he'll cross the 30. Gets up to the.
There's also heavy downhill players.
Third down and 3. Quick strike. Ball caught. And it's Sanders still really short. Haskins, the power back. He weighs 220 in the backfield. And they give it to him. He dives forward and picks it up. Bo Schembechler is in heaven saying, oh my goodness, the game has changed. First down and 10 at the 37. And the pitch, Corum, the speedster. Corum. Providence 6 at the 41. Gatorade Player of the Year in Maryland. Goes in motion. And underneath, incomplete. Michigan. They go empty. McNamara pumps it, steps up in the pocket, throws, sideline. Haskins the pistol back. McNamara gives it to him, and he won't get it.
Wow. Gap. They gamble. They don't pay it off. Henningsen, great play. Give your offense a short field.
First down from the 1. And Michigan looking for a little bit of room to out. Top-rated player in Nevada. Setting state records. Second down and 8. Haskins, nothing. Third down and 7. At the 4. McNamara out of the shotgun. Wisconsin showing blitz. Here they come. McNamara. He's got to get it off. McNamara throws. It's Corum. And Corum dives for.
Is down after the play. Number 41, the outside linebacker. Here's the pressure, and right there it looks like he might go down. He skips out. Corum very alertly gets away from his block and gives his quarterback an outlet. See here, Corum is blocking, and as McNamara leaves the pocket, he slips out of there, and then here's the power. Boom, 5'8", 200 pounds, and he's able to lean forward for the first down.
We will see how good they are against this Wisconsin team. Incomplete. Wisconsin came in having allowed last week. Second and 10. McNamara lobs it up the sideline. Incomplete. Cornelius John at his own 12-yard line. Blake Corum in the backfield with him. Be interesting to see if they can get Corum in space on a linebacker. McNamara underneath, caught by the tight end.
U.S. team absolutely drubbing Europe, 19-9. Glued to that.
First down and 10 at the 41, and it's Corum. Terrific run, just way back there, and he had an off day.
Why are you airing my dirty laundry?
Here's Corum. He takes a hard hit. 48-yard line. Hassan Haskins replaces Corum. Here's the reverse. Near side. Henning turns the corner on the hop. Doesn't get much.
Just on the outside, and then you're going to also have that a closed middle of the field, and there's another edge right there. There's hard edges, middle closed.
McNamara drops back, guns it to the sideline. Incomplete.
In coverage.
First penalty of the game for either team. 3rd and 14 at the 48. McNamara. Sideline. And it's Wilson. Turns it upfield. 2. McNamara sprints out, throws on the move, caught, and a first down. Roman Wilson, the sophomore.
It's the toughest throw a quarterback has to make because, look, he's not getting depth. Gus, he's just sprinting towards his left, and then he's got to turn his body, torque his body, and throw that out.
And here's the flea flicker. Is anybody open in the end zone? Touchdown, Wolverines!
Cornelius Johnson needed to have a big day. Watch the safety as they go with the flea flicker. As soon as Hassan Haskins gets the ball, the safety comes down, and now you've got the route. All you've got to do is lead him into the corner, and that's what he does. He gives his wide receiver a... That was awesome, guys.
Tell you what, my right hip is on fire right now. And here's Corum running the football.
You were ready for action. He even requested a mouth guard, Jay.
I love it. I love it.
Not in the face. Second down and 8. And McNamara rolling out, sets up deep. McNamara to the sideline.
Trying to snap it quick.
Corum playing weight, says he wants to get down to his college playing weight. Second down and 9. Corum again with 126 total yards already. Only 3 for Wisconsin. Corum trying to get to that first down marker.
Ever give up a score.
First down and goal from the 5. Haskins in the backfield. And they'll give it to him running straight ahead. And he'll get to the 3rd.
Earlier on the 4th down.
Michigan with 40 rushing yards so far. Offset eye, they pitch it. Haskins, and he'll go nowhere.
Herbig is such a good edge player. Here's Herbig, and he's just going to be coming out on the outside. And this is what I'm talking about, an edge player doing his job.
Down and goal at the 8. Corum in the backfield. McNamara underneath, incomplete. That ball fast. First down and 10 at the 45. A lot of changes in that Michigan defense. We'll talk about that later. Haskins in the backfield. McNamara to throw it. McNamara going for it deep and incomplete. Third down and 9. Donovan Edwards splits out to the top of your screen. McNamara over the middle. And incomplete. Third down 10 at the 45. McNamara 8 of 16, 89 yards and a touchdown. No picks. McNamara underneath. Finds one of his tight ends, but it won't be enough for the postseason. All right, first down for Michigan. Haskins. And Haskins with a burst.
Pick up 6 of scores. Batters have got to quit putting their defense in a tough spot.
And the first down, Haskins stumbling at it.
There's not a ton of margin for error, and they played so poorly on offense and on special teams this year. It just hasn't gone well.
First down, McNamara takes a shot down the field, back shoulder, incomplete ball.
That's what I love about Faion Hicks.
Second and 10. McNamara, short one this time to the sideline.
Here on third down.
Wolverines need 6 yards. 1:22 to go. McNamara guns it. Caught and a first. Michigan quickly to the line of scrimmage. McNamara again. This time it's Eric All. This time Michigan with 2 timeouts remaining. Haskins hit at the line of scrimmage and yards a few weeks ago against Washington. Well within his range right now. 3rd and 5. McNamara underneath and incomplete. And they'll give it to Haskins. And that will take us to the end of the first.
Force him into that 10.
First down for Michigan at the 41. Here's a handoff. Haskins.
Full snap, so he's got it now.
And here's the handoff to Haskins again. Why, if you're Jim Harbaugh, do you do this?
I don't know. I got
third down and 5 at the 46. McNamara in trouble. McNamara decides to run it. Can he get to the line? Dives, and he will. They're 2 of 3 on 4th downs today. Haskins, the power back. And he'll give it to him. I don't know.
Down here, they're able to do it. Watch this. Inside gap, inside gap, inside gap. There they get some push, and even though it's just a...
Wolverine staff really excited about this offensive line this season as Corum tries to squeeze through. It's second down and 10. McNamara. Incomplete. McNamara unloads. Is caught at the 10-yard
pressure. He's got Nick Herbig bearing down on him. This is why he can't throw it too far, because number 19 is going to hit him right in the chest. So he's just trying to give Wilson a chance. He catches that ball. That's incredible.
First down and goal at the 10 for Michigan. Opening series of the second half. And Corum power running, and he gets... Corum trying to get outside, bottled up, and take it. Third down and goal from the 3. And it's Haskins.
Based on where he actually touched, but they snap it anyways. There's McCarthy. And how about this? In the most important snap of the series, 4th and goal. They sneak it with the youngster, and he gets some help from his teammate.
First down and 10 at the 10-yard line. And they'll hand it off straight ahead to Corum. Jack. 2nd and 7 at the 13. Here's your quarterback run, as you talked about. McCarthy. Yep. Haskins in the backfield. They give it to him straight ahead, and Haskins with a big gain and a first down. First down to the 27. McNamara all day to throw it. Drops it down. Haskins out of the backfield, and he'll
Still run play action pass, and it can be effective.
2nd and 4. Second man through is Haskins. He'll push the pile forward. McNamara remains in the game. Straight ahead, and they will not get this first down. They combining.
Watch Herbig. This is what I'm talking. That's what I keep telling you about those edges, right? Those guys are stand up
Out and 10 at the Wisconsin 33. Here's a reverse. Henning gets outside and is chopped half. 2nd down and 11 after the 1-yard loss for the Wolverines. McNamara in trouble. Avoids the rush, throws, and he's got his man.
Illegal touching. Offense number 14. Went out of bounds on his own and was the first.
4.
Watch out for that guy. Blake Corum.
In the slot. Here's McNamara, near side, and it's Wilson again. So Michigan takes over. And they'll run it with Haskins. And I was talking to Charles Woodson.
If there's 2 safeties out there in the middle of the field, is open because there's 2, then you're going to have jam corners generally or flat players.
McNamara to the sideline. And caught. Nice.
Onto something simple for a quarterback to look at.
19-yard gain. They'll run it. Corum. Mike McDonald, the defensive coordinator for the Wolverines. And I tell you what, he's done a terrific job so far this season. 3rd down and 8 at the 13 for the Wolverines. McNamara off his back foot in the end zone.
Forward to be that #1 threat. He's 6'3", 211, and this is utilizing that ball. It's a good ball, letting him go up and get it. He had the
The interception for the Wolf 2. McNamara sprints out, throws on the move, and it's caught. Cornelius Johnson again. Now a 31-10 lead. They played a clean and efficient football game. New quarterback in again. J.J. McCarthy will get some burn. In the meantime,
Little Ted Lasso in it.
all right, Judy, thank you very much. So Ted Lasso, he's a football coach that
becomes a football coach concept, but they stayed committed to it enough to allow that play action and the flea flicker to do its business.
Here's Haskins running for the first down, and he has it. Michigan owned it.
And you know, this is, I feel like, kind of the perfect marriage of what Harbaugh wants to be and where he wanted to go. Hell of a schedule right there. Now, I feel like this team will be up for the challenge if they can stay healthy because of the things that they've proven are part of their identity this year.
McCarthy drops it in. McCarthy touchdown.
Make throws like this. J.J. McCarthy, this is absolutely perfect. Baldwin didn't break stride at all. The ball
for the Wolverines.
Deep and lofty goal. Coaching this team, the team chemistry, there's something about these guys that is just different. I think that's rejuvenated here.
And Bowman throws an interception.
Wisconsin and then Iowa, 11 straight wins. getting more explosive on offense. You know their defense is good. They're just a turnover factory.
That defense looks nasty.